The Squid Game 3 teaser hit us like a ton of bricks. At normal playback, it's already a roller coaster of intense visuals, haunting sounds, and gut-punching emotional moments. But when you slow it all down to quarter speed, that's where the real magic happens. We're going to be uncovering hidden details, secret hints, and shocking reveals that most viewers didn't catch. Deathly illusions and color-coded doom. The opening scene hits real hard. Guards in their signature red suits carry a coffin into the dorms. It seems like yet another player bit the dust, but nope. It's our boy Gi-hun inside that box, still breathing after the crazy ending to Season 2. His coffin captivity suggests that, rather than a simple death, the Big Daddy frontman is going to be tormenting him by letting him see exactly how the rest of the games play out. Some fans even think the frontman and his organization are grooming him for something much darker. Gi-hun, once the defiant winner, is becoming part of the very machine he fought against, one slow step at a time. Look at him chained to that bed, silenced and powerless, whereas he used to be loud and proud. His role this season looks less like a competitor and more like a deadly pawn. His survival isn't a victory anymore, but a curse, one that might haunt him for the rest of his life. One of the most visually stunning moments comes when that massive gumball machine shows up. Take some time and you'll catch the cruel system it represents. Players randomly pull red or blue balls, dividing them into teams by pure chance. No strategy, no alliances, just the luck of the draw determining if you're predator or prey in a deadly game. Watch carefully and you'll see Gi-hun, Gyumja, Namgyu, and Junhee grab red balls. Meanwhile, Hyunju, Youngsik, and Myunggi end up with blue. This separation is setting up an inevitable tragedy, tearing apart the relationship Season 2 carefully built across its episodes. And those colors take on an ominous quality under the pounding soundtrack. This division isn't just for show, it's life or death, plain and simple, and the game these colors are around is crazy. About 30 seconds in, a grim detail emerges around the game. A player in a red vest walks away, leaving a blood trail behind them. In the background lies a motionless figure in blue. The message is crystal clear. Red and blue aren't just colors. They mark targets, enemies, victims. It's likely we'll see a game where one colored team needs to hunt the other one, making for some truly tragic betrayals, as people abandon their friends, knowing that if they don't kill them, it'll be them on the chopping block instead. Secret weapons and hidden rebellions. Something most viewers have missed becomes obvious at quarter speed. Each player gets a little box based on their team color. Blue team members receive keys, as can be seen in a newly released image of the crazy shaman lady. Red team members, on the other hand, likely get knives. The maze game seems built around these completely different items. Blue players must use their keys to unlock safe rooms and hide, while the red players hunt them down with cruel weapons. Some other footage shows blue team members moving cautiously, heads down, clutching small objects. Red players instead move aggressively, posture sharpened for attack. This structure completely flips the stakes. Blue means shelter and stealth. Seeking safety in red means spilling the blood of innocents, and maybe even family. Death waits around the next turn of the maze. That might seem brutal enough as it is, but the emotional side might be even worse. A frame-by-frame breakdown captures Gyumja alone, breaking down dramatically with tears streaming down her face. Her collapse likely follows the death of her son Youngsik, who's been suspected by fans for a long time now to be an easy elimination. Their separation by the color draw was a tragedy waiting to happen. Her grief is unmistakable. This isn't fear or surrender. It's pure mourning, the saddest moment of her life. Her emotional collapse mirrors the heartbreaking marble game from Season 1, reminding us that Squid Game's deadliest weapon isn't violence, but love transformed into grief. Amid all the chaos, signs of rebellion are brewing, if you know where to look. Guard number 11, introduced as a minor character in Season 2, can be seen as she crawls through ventilation shafts. She moves with precision, with careful planning rather than making some kind of desperate escape. Detective Junho, who many suspected had no hope of finding the island, shows up in a diving suit, infiltrating the island as a saboteur. Some leaks suggest that his team might have been attacked as they neared the location, meaning this is now even more of a revenge mission. He's not just investigating anymore, he's hunting. Together, Guard 11 and Junho might hint at a coordinated rebellion from within the organization. Not random chaos, but a calculated plan to save the innocents. The infection is spreading to the heart of the games, faster than any frontman would be able to stop. Game changers and power shifts. The teaser ends with the chilling sound of a baby crying. No crazy visuals, no emotional dialogue, just darkness and that fragile sound of new life. A monumental symbol to end the show. This birth isn't just a side plot, it's the turning point. Squid Game has always forced players to fight each other for survival. Now, this brand new life introduces something completely different: hope, vulnerability, and a reason to resist beyond personal gain. Another powerful image flashes briefly. The giant glass piggy bank overflowing with cash. The money hovers over the players like a false idol, promising salvation but delivering death in its place, no matter how hard they try. Its return suggests that even with a deeper rebellion brewing, the games remain unchanged at their core. That overwhelming confidence of the organization, that they're untouchable and always always will be, is clearer now than ever before. It's a matter of survival versus morality, money versus life. But with new forces at play like Guard 11's sabotage, Junho's infiltration, and the baby's arrival, the balance might finally be shifting in the favor of the survivors. One thing some viewers missed is how the VIP section is changing. Those creepy gold-masked spectators of the games aren't just dudes anymore. New figures appear, a woman in an equally disturbing gold mask. This detail is nearly invisible at normal speed since the clips end so fast, but frame by frame, their presence becomes extremely obvious. Corruption and cruelty aren't limited to one group, but instead represent a universal sickness. The rot spreads through every level of power, regardless of background. We're now seeing that the operation is beyond just the VIPs we've seen before. It isn't limited by age, country, or even gender. Another gem of the teaser is Guard 11 standing in the massive Squid Game archives with a lighter in hand. She's not just wandering around looking for a certain record like some viewers think. She's probably about to torch decades of secrets, records of deaths, betrayals, and horrors. The lighter flickers briefly. The weight of every lost life fills the room, reflected in the illumination. If she succeeds, the system's darkest truths could vanish in smoke. But destroying these records might also erase the evidence needed to bring the masterminds to justice. The tension around her is thick, but it could also be the perfect distraction for the Squid Game staff if she takes some pictures first. Betrayals and breaking points. Look closely and you'll catch traces of Namgyu's downfall. He has a huge target on his back after his horrific actions in Season 2. With snippets suggesting drastic action by Minsu, it could be the case that, at long last, Namgyu gets what's been coming to him. Between rapid cuts hides a sequence most viewers would completely miss without slowing down. The crazy shaman carefully peers through a keyhole. This could be relevant due to a leak, which would have some really wild plot twists. It says that the old man, Player 100, is startled while hiding with his key. Relief washes over his face when he recognizes his teammate, Player 226, who enters the area. But this trust was misplaced. Within moments, Player 100's fate is sealed not by enemies, but by someone he trusted. This micro-story would add another brutal layer to the show. Surviving Squid Game needs more than strength or luck. It demands constant vigilance, even among friends. And the shaman, for better or worse, is fresh out of friends thanks to her toxic and annoying treatment of everybody up to this point. A slowed close-up shows Hyunju clenching her fists with sweat beating down her forehead. No knife, no defense. Probably no key, either. Her opponent remains off-screen, but the fear and determination in her face tell the story. Caught defenseless against an armed red player, she's got nothing but raw grit and instinct to get her through what's sure to be a bloody and merciless fight. Every second of the scene magnifies what's at stake. In Season 3, nobody's safe, and they'll all need to use their most primal instincts and urges if they want to live. Throughout the teaser, signs of a mental and emotional internal collapse appear everywhere. Among players and even leadership, cracks are forming. The careful order maintained by Front Daddy is unraveling. Secret meetings with VIPs, somber expressions when alone, all hinting at some kind of shift in the story. The upcoming games might not just pit players against each other, but the entire organization against itself as well. From dorms to VIP lounges, rebellion festers like fire, waiting for an initial spark. One of the most haunting images we've got from Netflix shows the frontman sitting alone with his mask dangling from his fingers. No guards, no games, no commands through loudspeakers. And with a close look, his body language speaks volumes. The Big Daddy frontman is breaking. Memories of his lost family, guilt over what he's created, and the shadow of that newborn child might all be weighing on him. The mask that once represented invincibility and control now looks like a burden too heavy to carry, literally dropping from his weakened grip. This glimpse suggests one of Season 3's most fascinating possibilities. The fall of Squid Game might start not with open rebellion, but with the silent collapse of its strongest pillar. Maybe that's the exact event that triggers the redemption of the Front Daddy, but the fall of Gihan, leading to him becoming the successor. Something fans have theorized for months now. So this has been all the crazy secrets and hints hiding within the Season 3 teaser. Is there anything we might have missed? A crazy theory you want to share? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, drop it a like, and if you want to see more Squid Game content and theories, click the video on screen now.